here on Pippins postgame as we wrap up a come-from-behind win for the Pippins, 5-3, courtesy of a 5-run bottom of the 8th inning. I'm alongside Mitch Ellis, who came through with the go-ahead two RBI double in that frame. And before I get to a lot of other things, I want to ask you, take me through the at-bat. First of all, you're going up against relievers now. You had to face Reeser, who all night their starting pitcher was rock solid. Then bring in some relief pitchers. You guys get the rally going. Talk me through your at-bat. Ultimately, 3-2 score. You come up and batting righty. When you hit lefty all night, you lace a double down the line. Take me through it.
Yeah, so they started a really good righty, mixing up off speed all night really well. And then they switched it around, threw a lefty in there, so I had to change to a righty. First pitch, I was thinking he was going to go away. He did, and then he came in, and I had a pretty awful swing. It took me to 1-1, and then he just elevated a fastball. I was able to get the head out and take it to right field.
5 runs on 6 hits for you guys in that frame. You also had a hit lefty in the game. Let me ask you, as a switch hitter, when you have to switch back and forth between hitting lefty, hitting righty, is that difficult for you, or you're pretty used to having to hit against both right-handed and left-handed pitchers?
At the start it was when I first started switching, but now I've gotten a bit used to it, and it's kind of just what happens.
How do you take me through it? I know we talked a little bit about this before, but to take me through how you became a switch hitter in the first place, because I've always been fascinated about it. You and Michael Wyatt, I'm sure you two go back and forth about switch hitting and batting practice, that type of thing, but take me through how you actually became a switch hitter in the first place.
Yeah, so I was always a natural righty, and then I was always a bit of a slow guy, so I thought I'd take a little extra step if I could get it, and I only started hitting lefty senior year of high school. We started beating up on some teams because we had a pretty good team, so I started hitting lefty, and people started saying it was a pretty natural swing, so I stuck with it.
I think that's what happens with a lot of guys when they're playing like wiffle ball or something like that. They start hitting lefty, for fun. You did it in real baseball. Take me through so you came over from Heartland Community College to now Western Illinois. You're going to be a senior next year, I believe it is, and you batted .313 for a team in the Summit League. I believe you were a couple-time Player of the Week there. How'd you adjust from community college ranks to playing at the Division I level so quickly like that? What'd you do? Did you take over certain things? How were you so successful like that?
Honestly, my junior college was a bit of a powerhouse, and we prepared really well, and I was able to make the jump pretty easily. I mean, honestly, the hardest thing was the little time we get, all the restrictions for Division I baseball compared to junior college, where they just throw you out there and take 6 hours of your time for swings. So that was probably the hardest adjustment, but other than that, it's pretty easy.
Last question for you. You've been in Yakima now for, I assume, a couple of weeks or something like that. You've played in a bunch of the games. You're actually, I don't know if you know this, you're top 5 in the league in RBIs right now, but how are you liking your time in Yakima here so far?
It's great. It's beautiful. The stadium's awesome. The facilities are great. The teammates are fantastic, and the views of the mountains are pretty sick. Can't complain about that.
I think I would be hated by a lot of people if I didn't at least ask you, because they can hear the Australian accent. You're an Australian native. In the first place, how'd you get to, just a quick answer, how do you get to the States and start playing baseball and that type of thing when you come over from Australia?
Well, we don't have school baseball, so something to continue baseball. I wanted to come over here and see what I could do and test my talents against the best competition. But I had to go to JUCO because we're not qualifiers from Australia, so it was a great decision, best decision I made, I think.
Mitch Ellis, a switch hitter, batting righty in the 8th inning, able to lace the go-ahead 2 RBI double. Tyler Sandoval coming through with a big hit as well as a part of a 5-run frame for the Pippins. They go on to win it 5-3. They get back to 500 in the West Coast League. They do it again with Gresham tomorrow night.